2009.
And nerves of playing a football game for the first time in the 2019 season.
Yeah, Coach Bruce Lane comes from Texas, where he had been for the past 7 years, and also spent some time in Augusta, up in that area, and some time at John Millage Academy as well, I believe, as well as in South Carolina. So a lot of experience. So Coach Watson moves on, and Coach Lane comes in. The rest of the staff is pretty much the same, but a lot of seniors graduate, a lot of key players for Westfield. You see Garen Dahl graduating, a couple others as well. So it's going to be a lot of talent to replace for Westfield. Christian Corbett graduated as well. So it'll be folks like Beck Beckham and Walker Young, a couple of those guys that are going to have to step up here and try to get this new regime going out in the right foot.
Yeah, definitely some youngsters will have to step up. You think about it, the offensive line from last year was such a good unit for Westfield, and most of them are gone. They graduated last year, and this year someone new is going to have to step up. I really think the defense is going to be who Westfield's going to have to rely on early on in the year, especially as the offense gets up to speed. I know I kind of wrote about that in the game preview this week, and hopefully the defense can do what they need to do. I think offensively, you just need to take what you can get, and honestly, just try not to turn the football over. You don't want to put your defense in bad situations, and if they can do that, I think they'll have a chance to win. I believe Terrell, after talking to some folks here, breaking in some new youngsters as well. They had a big senior class last year that made it all the way to the state championship game, so it's going to be an interesting matchup to see whether Westfield can do enough on offense to keep them in the game and try to steal one here during the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you brought up Terrell. Terrell's a quality team in the AA ranks. The state runners-up lost last year in the state championship against the Gatewood Gators, which was a game that just kind of got away from them. It was kind of a one-sided affair for the Gators as they were able to run the triple option. So Westfield, it's going to be a tough test in their first matchup for Coach Lane, but we'll see if they're able to get things going in the right direction. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll interview Coach Lane. Caught up with him a little bit earlier today and get his thoughts on what he's thought about so far in his short tenure at Westfield, and much more coming here on the pregame show. You're watching Westfield Hornet football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Happy to be joined by Coach Bruce Lane. First off, Coach, thank you very much for joining us here today, and hopefully the nice hot weather is enjoyable to you this time of year.
Well, I appreciate it. It's football season in Georgia and the Southeast, and that heat and humidity is just part of the process of getting to late November.
Yes, sir. And with that, we know you're from Georgia, or you've lived in Georgia a lot of your life, but you went to Texas, and now you come back home here to
God and the path He leads us. And, that's one thing that you better be careful if you ever pray for God to remain vacant for a little. Prayed, and God opened the door for us to be here, and we're just excited to be at Westfield. And as a player, as a
overall mentality that you try to instill into a team.
Sure. Well, I was blessed as an assistant coach and a player to have played for some Leonard Sky. Was my high school coach, as well as Bob Peck, my senior year. So, step drop. Run a lot of the same plays out of multiple formations to try and with Eric Russell and Vince Dooley at Georgia, and the no one person is more important than the team, and hopefully we're going to be disciplined. That's
really well against them, so hopefully that's.
I think that you have to develop the work ethic at Westfield. I think all of our athletes, all of our sports. That standpoint, I'd say we're a little bit further ahead than maybe we'd hoped we'd be.
Good. Well, that's
playoffs are a goal for us. Obviously, trying to win more games than you lose are a goal. But and I think we've done that so far.
in the game this evening, the rest of the season, and we hope to catch up with you throughout the year if you would be kind enough to join us. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back right after this here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the Schools One Act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri High Y and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
Brandon Ford of Perry, we are driven by tradition. The tradition that a handshake is a guarantee to deliver the best service, price, and warranty in Middle Georgia.
Right now, we're having a trade-in, trade-up your truck event. If you have a pre-owned truck in good condition, we want to buy it.
Even if you purchase elsewhere, we're paying top dollar.
Looking for new? Get 0% for 60 months on 2019 Rangers. Come see the Brandon family at our new location across from the fairgrounds, exit 134.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home. On the field,
as we get set for the first matchup of the season between the Westfield Hornets and the Terrell Academy Eagles. It will be Westfield in the road whites with the green helmets with the diamond on the side and green numerals for Westfield, as we will jump right into the Sonova Securities starting lineups and Brett Taylor.
Yeah, so on offense, Westfield will look like this, a little different than they did last year, obviously with the changeover. At quarterback, number 12, Beck Beckham. 2 running backs will be number 7, Michael Fitzpatrick, and number 44, Hunter Smallwood. The 2 wide receivers will be number 13, Hunter Hancock, and number 1, Walker Young. Tight end will be number 35, Robert Kinnis. The line looks like this. At left tackle, number 51, Carson Mathis. Left guard, number 62, Cole Miller. At center, number 52, Colby Hill. At right guard, number 24, Clay Walton. And at right tackle, number 30, Braden McDaniel.
So those are the Westfield starters brought to you by Sonova Securities. Now Westfield's defense for Brett as well. Sorry, Brett.
No, you're good. On defense, you've got 2 cornerbacks, number 1, Walker Young, and number 13, Hunter Hancock. The safeties are number 3, Hunter Spence, and number 15, Chris Skinnis. 3 linebackers, number 7, Michael Fitzpatrick, number 24, Clay Walton, and number 35, Robert Kinnis. 2 defensive tackles are number 62, Cole Miller, and number 78, Cal Langston. And the 2 defensive ends will be number 30, Braden McDaniel, and also J.B. Bearden.
Number 21.
Number 21, the numbers got left off on that one. So those are the starters brought to you by Sonova Securities. And we'll go ahead and give you the starters. Did you pick up the starters?
I got the offensive starters, yeah.
Academy.
For Terrell Academy, at quarterback will be senior number 2, Blaine Grace. The wide receivers, they'll have 4 of them. It'll be sophomore number 3, Jackson Jenkins. The junior, number 6, Cooper Sapp. A senior, number 7, Lawson Hall. And another senior, number 80, Landon Torbert. And at running back will be a senior, number 34, Quintard Wright. And the big guys up front will be at center, number 54, a senior, Griffin Bearden. At left guard will be a senior, number 45, Devin Fincher. Right guard will be a junior, number 56, Michael Smith. The right tackle will be a senior, number 75, Austin Wilson. And the left tackle will be a senior, number 88, Wesley Griffin. So a lot of senior experience there on that side as we'll jump into the Middle Georgia Orthopedics keys to the game.
So our keys to the game tonight, especially here in this first contest of the season, obviously limit the turnovers. Westfield had some turnover issues last year that they need to rectify. They need to continue that stingy deep run defense and then be solid in the special teams. A lot of times you see these early games be decided by penalties, turnovers, and special teams play. And I think if they can manage to be pretty successful and win the plus-minus on the turnover margin, we should see a Westfield victory here tonight.
And Brant getting that tight shot there as we're about to have the Amos family coin toss. I want to thank Bill, Laura, Giles, William, and Caroline for their sponsorship of the Amos family coin toss here this evening as the teams meet at midfield. For Westfield across the way, it looks to be the Kennis brothers, as well as number 51, Carson Mathis, and number 44, Hunter Smallwood.
Yeah, just a reminder, folks, that to be patient with us as we got, it looks like a pretty good stream going on right now, but it has been very intermittent so far, so we are aware of the issues, and we are only doing or dealing with what we can deal with.
Yeah, because, I mean, not to get too technical, but basically if you're driving around in the middle of an area that doesn't have the best cell phone coverage, what we're doing is turning cell phone coverage into internet. And as a result, if you don't have either of those, you don't have the best stream, and that's what we're dealing with. But at the end of this game, we will be able to upload it as quick as we can, and you should be able to watch it. Right now, you can see it. We're checking it. It's a little fuzzy, but that's kind of the best we can do with the limited coverage that we have. So the coin toss was won by Terrell, and they deferred. Westfield will receive to start. They'll be moving from left to right here to start, and we'll be on offense. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be time for this Swanson House kickoff, and Westfield's football season will get underway in just a few moments here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Tate was going regularly to his dentist. Our family dentist just mentioned that he had a severe underbite and he could require surgery in the future. We immediately made an appointment with Spiller's Orthodontics. They brought up Invisalign. Dr. Spillers was very informative, and all of the staff was very helpful and knowledgeable. Anybody who thinks that their child is too young to use Invisalign, they're wrong. I mean, if you can prevent any kind of surgical procedure for your child, wouldn't you want to do it too?
Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
Welcome back here as we're almost set for kickoff here on the 2019 season. Kenny Cofer, Brett Taylor, and Braden McDaniel. What am I talking about? We were just talking about him between the break about how tall he is across the way. That was Brant Daughtry.
Braden McDaniel. Where did that come from?
Well, I'm looking at him across the way. He stands like a full head above everybody.
He is very tall.
It will be kicking off for Terrell Academy, number 21, Ian Kelly, as Terrell in the home white bottoms with the blue tops and white numbers and the kind of Philadelphia Eagles helmets, but in the blue version. Pretty cool looking, if you ask me.
Yeah, kind of looked like Rice a little bit.
Yeah, that was a good call. So Ian Kelly back to kick and back to receive for Westfield will be Walker Young, and looks like that's Hunter Spence.
Yeah, I'm assuming he didn't get the start tonight, but he did on defense, but not on offense at wide receiver. I'm assuming we're going to see Hunter in specialty roles like kickoff return man and punt return man.
And we are underway with the Swanson House kickoff of the 2019 season as it will go in for a
we like for sponsoring our kickoff. Touchback, and Westfield will
To his right side is Fitzpatrick. And the defense, nope, right guard will jump. And that'll be a
here first game of the season. They did have a scrimmage last week against Brentwood Academy, but unfortunately that didn't help right there as they cost themselves 5 yards. It'll start their drive 1st and 15 from their own 15-yard line.
And this is the Flint Energy's first quarter here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Want to thank Flint for their sponsorship of the first quarter. Handoff.
Right there from the Eagles, and they were able
put a man. I think that actually
of a yard. Like the motion, the football. He's successful with this
line, and it will bring on the punt team for Westfield.
There to try to clean him.
And he gets it down to the 38. So that is a 14-yard return.
It's the Westfield 38.
9:51 to go here in this Flint Energy's first quarter. All this brought to you by Brandon Ford of Perry. Brant Daughtry getting you some tight shots there of the huddle. And here comes Blaine Grace, the quarterback. They'll have.
They got the wide receiver out here past the numbers.
Yeah, he's really wide. 3 wide receivers near side, 1 to the top, and they're going to hand it off up the middle to Quintard, and he is chopped down by
Michael
Fitzpatrick. Short gain down to the 36, so that's a gain of 2 by Q Wright. We'll call him Q, as that's what they're calling him here, so we'll stick with that as well.
Yeah, I think I remember him from not only the basketball or football field, but the basketball court last year as well. And
good athlete.
Yeah, very good athlete. And right there, Michael Fitzpatrick's able to come up and make a good tackle on him. It'll be second down along 7, maybe 8.
So again, they come set, same formation, kind of a pistol set with Q Wright offset to the right. Looks like there was a false start on the whole wide receivers. And man open, but he overshoots him just a tad.
Yeah, that should have been a...
Geez, that looked like a full sail false start. The whole wide receiver, but it was incomplete.
Well, that's early for the officials as well. So
that's true.
You know, they probably only got in a couple of scrimmage games, maybe. So,
but hey, if you're going to do it, if you're going to do a false start, you do it as the whole team. Then it doesn't look as obvious.
Exactly. See? You know, if you got one guy jumping, it's blatant. If everybody jumps, it's okay.
It was the quarterback's fault.
Exactly.
So now third down and a long 7. Q Wright to the left of Blaine Grace. He's going to roll out here near side. He's going to throw. Got a man open. It's tipped, and it's going to be picked off. Hunter Hancock picks it off at the 25-yard line.
Well, that was a huge play right there because not only did Westfield limit the damage on the great field position that the Eagles had, they come up with a turnover and get even better field position than when they started their last drive. So right there, the defense does exactly what we said in our keys to the game, brought to you by Middle Georgia Orthopedic. They've got to be stingy on defense, especially in the run defense, and they were able to do that, and they forced turnovers. So they're limiting turnovers themselves. They got to win the turnover battle. They're already +1 in that category.
Yeah, just a high throw and could not come up with it. Now Westfield gets the ball back, 1st and 10 at the 24. 8:58 on the clock here in the first quarter. Beckham looks like he rocked forward a little bit himself, and the handoff will go to Smallwood. He's out close to the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you what, last year I was very impressed with Hunter Smallwood. He was very consistent for Westfield, and he almost picks up a full 5 yards right there, maybe just a little short, so we'll call it second down and a long 5, and Westfield finally gets a positive play.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of offense. It's not going to be a big play style, but they're going to wear you down over time. Fake the handoff. Little option pitch out to Smallwood. Smallwood chopped and flung forward, though, across the 30 to the 31. So he does pick up, gain of about 1.5 yards. It'll bring up third down and about 4 yards.
Yeah, a good job of at least falling forward. He took the initial hit and kind of slid over top. A good job of finishing that run. So a chance here in third and manageable to pick up a first down.
So Beckham gets the play from the sideline, and he'll relay it to his teammates here. That is a really big defensive line down there for Terrell Academy.
Yeah, they're not tall, but yes, they have a lot of mass down there.
Westfield with 4 wide receivers. They're going to roll Beckham out far side. And he's going to throw across his body. It's tipped, and it is intercepted right back.
Wow.
Same exact play. And
Yeah,
that was picked by number 80, Landon Torbert.
Clock.
So a pair of interceptions, one by both teams. As that one hit off the hands, I think of, was it Smallwood out there?
I'm not sure.
So the Eagles will take over.
And now the Eagles basically get field position right where they left off. So really nothing gained or lost from either team. You obviously think that Terrell's got a good scoring opportunity here. See if Westfield can come up with another turnover or 3 or 4 and out.
So 7:19 to go, and Terrell back on their second drive. Q Wright just runs right by the Westfield defense, and he's on his way to the end zone, and he's going to score.
Yeah, the wide receiver was in motion again. They missed that.
Well, Westfield had 2 guys in the backfield ready to make the play, and he just ran right by them for the score.
Yeah, the near side slot receiver was in motion and should have been flagged for that, but they missed that, and I think that kind of threw off Westfield. They thought the penalty was going to be ensuing, but that tells you right there you got to play the play. If there's no whistle, you got to make sure that you get them down.
Well, they had 2 guys right there at the point of attack who could have made the tackle.
Yeah, it just seems like they anticipated the play being called dead because they just stopped.
And the extra point is up, and it is good. So with 7:13 to go in the first quarter, your score is Terrell Academy 7 and Westfield nothing. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Hornet football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back here with 7:13 to go in the first quarter. It is Terrell Academy 7, Westfield nothing here in Game 1 of the 2019 football season. All this brought to you by Brandon Ford of Perry, and I want to thank Swanson House for their sponsorship of the kickoff here. As kicking it away will be Ian Kelly. End over end kick. It will be taken by Walker Young at the 9-yard line. Walker dancing, trying to find some blocks. He'll get out across the 20 down to the 22-yard line.
So first down and 10 there for Westfield, and they've got to do a better job of figuring out how to move the chains offensively. They put themselves in a third and manageable on the previous set of downs. It just could not come up with a play on third down. It led to a turnover. And the very next play, Terrell took advantage and went the distance from about 37 yards out.
Yep, that's what I had. So now Westfield trailing 7-0 has the ball, 1st and 10. And they'll give it off to Fitzpatrick, makes the first man miss, and the big guy drags him out across the 25 to about the 27. So pick up a 5 yards on first down, a good run from Michael Fitzpatrick.
Terrell sent a linebacker blitzing right there, and he kind of swung and missed at Michael Fitzpatrick, and Fitz ran right past him.
Yeah, Mike's going to, he's a north-south runner. He's not going to make you miss, but he's also a guy, if you don't square up, he's going to bounce off the tackle or run through you.
Yeah, you better be careful doing that.
So 2nd down and 5. Fake the handoff. They're going to option pitch. He's going to keep it. He's going to fumble, and it's on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by Terrell. Wow. Terrell Academy forces the turnover on the Beckham fumble. Nathan Whitcomb with the recovery. Not a good start for Westfield here in this one. 2 turnovers early. So the Eagles will start from the Beckham with a fumble and an interception.
Yeah, it seemed like Westfield was going to have a good opportunity after the turnover that they got, and then now 2 straight possessions. They have turned the football back over to Terrell Academy.
So now it's 1st and 10. And they'll give it off to Q Wright. Q bouncing to the outside, makes the first man miss. That's McDaniel. Now he's brought down just outside the 20 at the 21. McDaniel has been there, but he has not been able to make the tackle. So Spence makes the tackle on Q Wright, but not before he picks up a gain of 5 yards down to the 21.
Yeah, 2nd and 5, and this is really where Terrell Academy can make any type of play call they want. They can play action, they can run the dive, they can do pretty much whatever they want in their playbook on 2nd and 5.
So they'll come set again in the offset pistol there and fake the handoff. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and look at that block.
Hold, yep.
They got it?
2 holds.
Yeah, he basically just tackled him on the end.
They threw one up here and then one down. They tackled both the linebackers.
Yeah, J.B. Bearden, the left or the right outside linebacker there, defensive end, he just flat out got tackled. He pancaked him, but he had his arms on the outside of his body. So that'll bring that back.
Yeah, that should make it 2nd down and 15 because they threw the initial one right at the line of scrimmage. The other one was about 1.5 yards downfield. A good plated.
Set again, same formation. Quarterback keeper the whole side, the 25 at about. So he picks up, roll out, quarterback keeper the whole way.
Yeah, seemed like he was bound and determined to run the football, as you said. So it puts them, like you said, picks up half the yardage that they lost and gets it really manageable here on 3rd down, at least a lot more manageable than it was.
Could be 4-down territory.
Yeah, especially in this spot where you don't know how good the field goal kicker is.
Rolling out, Grace to the right side. He's going to throw back across his body. He's going to throw complete and got a 1st down. He finds
pass is complete to
Lawson Hall, number 7, and it should be a 1st down and 10 for the Terrell Academy Eagles.
Yeah, that's almost like a curl, flatten up, if you will. You got the outside receiver running a curl route, inside receiver faking into the flats and going up the sidelines, and the quarterback rolls out towards the far side, finds that curl route, sitting down right in the pocket, and throws it in there for a nice 1st down.
So we needed 7, and he got 11, and it is a 1st down and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, good job by the receiver getting past the sticks.
High snap, Q Wright gets the handoff, misses the first guy low, but the Westfield defense there to make the tackle. That one was led by Brady McDaniel up high, J.B. Bearden down low, and a host of others there for Westfield.
I think that's going to be a loss of a yard. We'll bring up 2nd down and 11. Westfield doing a pretty good job in run defense other than the touchdown run. They were in position there, as you said, and just kind of stopped on the play. So we'll see if they can continue to play stingy defense up the middle. They got to figure out a way. They got to figure out a way to stop this passing attack.
So it's 2nd and 10 after no gain. Westfield, we'll see Grace roll out to his right. He's going to throw it. It's going to be high over there to the chain gang and incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Obviously, they want to keep him on the move, but right now he missed his spot. And it'll be 3rd down and 10 with 4:07 left to go here in this opening quarter. Westfield has turned the football over twice an interception and a fumble. Beckham, the responsible party for both, unfortunately, for the Hornet faithful. And now we have a timeout on the field called by Westfield. By Terrell, excuse me. With 4:07 on the clock, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Hornet football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Tate was going regularly to his dentist. Our family dentist just mentioned that he had a severe underbite and he could require surgery in the future. We immediately made an appointment with Spiller's Orthodontics. They brought up Invisalign. Dr. Spillers was very informative and all of the staff was very helpful and knowledgeable. Anybody who thinks that their child is too young to use Invisalign, they're wrong. I mean, if you can prevent any kind of surgical procedure for your child, wouldn't you want to do it too?
Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin.
The PA man speaking my language, talking about all the cold beverages that are available, not the adult beverages, but the nice snow cones and all that other stuff. Sounds mighty good right now because it's 85 degrees according to my watch, but it is also 8:20 at night. They started this game, 20 minutes or 30 minutes later than normal due to the heat, but we kind of all joked up here. We admire the thought, but it's not really going to do too much.
Yeah, it hadn't really helped out a whole lot.
But 3rd down and 10, big play for the Westfield D. They'd love to hold them to a field goal opportunity right here. Blaine Grace in shotgun, 4 wides. Westfield with the nickel defense here. Grace drops back over the middle, looking, and it's going to be almost picked off. Kennis bumped right into, who was that, Bearden? Nope, that was
Clay Walton.
Both guys could have made the pick there, and it falls incomplete, and it will be a field goal opportunity coming on for Terrell.
Ian Kelly on to attempt the field goal.
So Kelly will attempt what looks like a 29-yarder, 28 yards.
And honestly, that's a victory for Westfield. I mean, you had a turnover, then you had a big 3rd down play for Terrell, and then you just really did a good job inside the red zone of stopping.
And field goal is on its way, and it is good.
Kick is good.
So with 3:58 to go in the first quarter, your score is Terrell Academy 10, Westfield nothing. We can stay here. I believe we got some softball action coming up here this next week, so stay tuned to Twitter, Facebook, and all of our social media sites as we'll be out at the Hornets' Nest to watch the Westfield Lady Hornets as they try to go for a 3rd straight state championship behind Coach Danny Camp, the legend himself, old DC. I'm sure he's watching us right now.
Yeah, looks like it's the 28th of August against Southland Academy.
All right, so stay tuned for that as we will be sitting out in right center field.
Yep.
So, and you get to watch my awful camera work from that angle.
You do the best you can.
That is true. So Kelly will be on to kick it away. This will be a Swanson House kickoff. And back deep to receive again are Spence and Young. Westfield with the names on the back of the jerseys this year. Trying to help a play-by-play man out just a little bit. And there's the kickoff. It'll be taken by Walker Young at the 6-yard line. Walker straight ahead. Walker, big space. Walker Young cuts back here near side. And he'll be tracked down from behind at the 43-yard line. That's a 37-yard return for Walker Young.
Yeah, just a good job of following his blockers. It kind of opened up right there in the middle at about the 28-yard line, and he hit that and got upfield. Tried to cut back against the grain there to extend it even further, but picked up a pretty good return there.
Yeah, good start for Westfield. Let's see if they can get some momentum going. There are 3 offensive drives, I should say. First one ended in a punt. Then the second, an interception, and the third, a fumble. Get you some stats here in just a moment. As the Hornets line up here at the 43. Beckham looking to pass. He's going to go deep down the far side, and it is going to be picked off. He was looking for Hunter Hancock, and it's picked off by Robert Stevenson. They called it.
Oh, he called it incomplete. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that was a clear interception.
Oh, they called it an interception, so.
Yeah, I thought that was clear. So he picked him off all the way down at the 23.
Interception on that play by Robert Stevenson.
So Robert Stevenson picks him off. Hancock didn't do him a whole lot of favors there, unfortunately, though. He kind of.
Well, you got to throw that ball a little bit more. He kind of threw it on a line. You got to get that ball up in the air and give your guy a chance to get it. The defender turned his head like he was supposed to, and looks like we're going to have another timeout.
So Terrell's going to burn their second. With 3:43 to go in the first quarter, Westfield trails by 10 here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job, and I think on a Thursday that's great to do because.
A quick commercial break, and we are back here at Coach Don Beard Field on Terrell Academy. And they fake the handoff, going to keep it. And Grace coming around the near side. Grace now cuts back over the middle, and he's got a first down across the 40-yard line out to the 42-yard line, and that is a gain of 19.
Yeah, good job right there by Grace getting upfield. He read it nicely, and that may have been a predetermined play right there, but just a good job of getting upfield. He showed you the speed there on the outside, and Westfield finally able to get him down and 19 yards down the field.
Well, I think that was predetermined in the fact he saw the blitz coming up the middle, so he pulled it right out of the belly of the running back and took it around the near side end. Pistol set. Trips to his left. He'll give it off to Q right, stacked up in the line, and he'll be brought down. Maybe a gain of 1. And Michael Fitzpatrick in there on the tackle.
Michael Fitzpatrick with the stop for the one.
Yeah, good job right there. Mikey Fitzpatrick getting in there, making the tackle. I'll tell you what, Braden McDaniel is so tall.
He is. Very.
The Hornets have got to figure out a way to get this football back. This game's in teetering right now, in my opinion. It's 10-0, and you've got.
Yeah, the Hornets have not had 3 turnovers in play of a drive, so no rhythm. And the inside and just another first down for Terrell Academy. So just left and right, and that one picks up a gain of 14.
Yeah, that outside zone play to the quarterback has been there pretty much all night for Terrell. They're doing a good job of showing a look going to the right, and he keeps it. And there's only one defender out there, and they're lead blocking back to this side.
And this time they'll give the Q. There's like a hold in the backfield, no call, but it didn't matter because Michael Fitzpatrick came in and wraps up Q right for a loss of 1 yard. The guy who made the play that time, in my opinion, though, was big number 78. I think that's Cal Langston. He came through in the backfield and put the pressure on the guard, opened up the hole for Michael Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, doing a good job of trying to force that play, string it out a bit, and allowing his linebackers to clean things up. 2nd down and 11. Since that big run by Q Wright, hasn't had a whole lot of success running the football.
And now, quarterback keeper to the right side. What a hit. Great tackle that time. Clay Walton with the hit. Will bring him down back at the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 44. So that is a loss of down in 14 as we're under a minute first quarter.
Just a great play right there. Didn't get fooled and beat the pulling lineman to the point of attack right there. And he kind of returned the favor after getting pancaked earlier in the drive.
So we tick under 35, and it's 3rd down and 14. Fake the handoff, looking to pass. He's going to go over the middle, and it's a great job by Kinnis.
Is that Robert Kinnis?
Yes, it is, number 35. Robert Kinnis, as that pass looked like it was coming into the intended receiver, but out of nowhere, here comes Kinnis with the left paw to knock it away.
Yeah, you're going to have the punt team come on. A good job of just getting over there in the passing lane, knocking it away. And right now, Westfield, they need a big play. They had the Walker Young return, but they couldn't do anything with it after the first play. They've turned the football over 3 times in this first quarter, but they're only down 10. So they've got to figure out a way to get some big plays and score some points here before the – well, I don't – it's kind of ambitious before the end of the quarter, but you know what I mean.
High, wobbly kick.
That's exactly what you want.
By Kelly, and that's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. His coverage unit could not get down there. That was a good kick, though.
It's ugly just like you want. It stayed up in the air a good while. So that's a hard punt to field.
So with 15 seconds to go in this first quarter, Westfield will start this drive. 1st and 10 at the 20. I got to imagine if you're Coach Lane right now, it's going to be a little bit more vanilla maybe. Try to get back out of the hands of Beck Beckham and give it more to maybe Patrick Hunter.
See probably just a normal dive play up the middle and try to prevent any huge turnovers deep inside your own territory here.
So 1st and 10. And up the middle, Smallwood. And he slides sideways for a short gain of about 2 yards, and that should put a lid on the first quarter. Comes to an end. Westfield trailing Georgia Sports Network.
Different clubs you can choose between, like a there's green team equals 1 act and several plays like prayer club and Chahawa and key club, and I also dance. For Christmas we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
On that. There we go. All right, Brett Taylor now up on camera. We're kind of switching things around a little bit. Brett's going to be on the road next week, so we're doing a little cross training right now. Brant Daughtry now joining me here at 2nd down and 8. Oh, busted play there. Fitzpatrick gets it, and look at Michael. Look at Michael. Gets out to close to the 30-yard line. Oh! What happened there?
I don't know. I'm trying to watch it, and there was definitely some ruckus after the play. Don't know what that was.
Oh, no. Hopefully, if he threw a punch, I hope he's not ejected. I just looked, and I saw 51 for us and 19 for them. So Nathan Whitcomb and number 51 for us, Carson Mathis, were mixing it up after the play. We have to wait the call from the referee. That's unfortunate here because you don't want to see anybody go out of this game. Personal foul.
Personal foul against the Eagles.
And that's it.
That's it. Okay.
That'll be an automatic 1st and 10.
Probably a good call by the refs there not to make anything bigger out of it than could have been made.
Yeah, definitely. And, hopefully cooler heads will prevail from here on out, but that's something you never like to see. But luckily no one's ejected. Everybody gets to play on.
Yeah,
And fortunately for Westfield, the drive's going to continue.
Yeah, they'll have the ball now here at the 46.
And I can finally see the players through the window. Been blocked by the TV, or this monitor that I'm looking at.
I got you. You're depending on Brett. That's a dangerous situation.
Yeah, it is. I'm afraid my color may not be as in-depth as it
That's
usually can be.
We're trying to learn this all together, my friend. Don't worry about it. We're all good. And there's another flag down, and there's a false start. So
you gain 15 and you lose 5, and you can't keep making mental mistakes like this and expect to win. Going up there at the top of the on top of this building where I've been running the camera, Westfield's got 3 turnovers in 1 quarter.
Yeah,
and I don't care how good you are, it's tough to win games that way.
Absolutely.
You know? There's no way you can consistently win games.
And I think,
turning the ball over that often.
We were talking about, Coach Lane right now, you got to think Beckham is a little rattled. He's thrown 2 picks, had the fumble. So you're probably going to kind of take it out of his hands a little bit, if you would, this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Fitzpatrick has had a lot of success running up the middle, but you got to find something else that works.
Now Beckham, little pop pass. He's got Kenneth open. And there's a first down. Good play. As we used to see that a couple years ago.
That is a beautiful play. We called that 21 pop pass at Perry High School, and it's just so pretty when it works.
Yeah, he found Robert Kenneth, the tight end, all the way down to the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 yards and a first down and 10. Planter's first down for the Westfield Hornets.
Yes, it is.
So they have it at the 44. They're going right to left here in this second quarter. Here they go. They'll hand it off to Hunter Smallwood. Modest gain as he'll get down to about the 42. So he picks up maybe 3 yards. It'll be second down. I'll only give him 2. So it'll be second down and 8.
Yep. Not a bad job blocking right there by J.B. Bearden. He didn't get a whole lot, but he got enough to make a positive play out of it.
So second and 8. You like this drive by Westfield for more than anything. They're eating up turf, which is a good, and eating up clock as well.
Yep. Of course, you don't want to eat up too much clock. You're down by 2 scores right now, and anything positive is something to hang your hat on.
Go out in the flat, and it's a Smallwood. Makes the first man miss. Smallwood gets down to the 40, so that's a gain of about 2.5 inside the 40. So it'll bring up a third down and about 5 for Westfield.
We'll say 5. Clock continues to run. I'm a little behind. It's
9. Yeah, you're running pretty close, man.
Right.
So Westfield with 3rd and 5. See what they do here on this.
Big third down right here for the Hornets. They finally found some success on offense.
Bit by bit. Mm-hmm. And they'll hand it off, and Smallwood gets the carry. He'll be down to about the 30.
In the game, but you made debate going for it, and you've shown the pick up 3 yards. Going to call a timeout and talk about it.
Yep, they'll burn their first timeout with the Westfield Hornets, and they'll do it with 8:58 to go in the second quarter. Quick break. The Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Brandon Ford of Perry, we are driven by tradition. The tradition that a handshake is a guarantee to deliver the best service, price, and in Middle Georgia.
If you have a pre-owned truck in good condition, we want to buy it.
Even if you purchase elsewhere, we're paying top dollar.
Looking for new? Get 0% for 60 months on 2019 Rangers. Come see the Brandon family at our new location across from the fairgrounds, exit 134. At Brandon.
Welcome,
As soon as we
Perry.
can find him. There it is.
Get back to action. 4th and 3 field. 7-yard line.
There, I don't even really disagree with the play calling.
That was tough there, and that was picked off by Torbert. I believe that's his second of the night. And that turnover in a 4th of a quarter.
2nd and 6.
Looking to throw, and he's going to throw incomplete off the fingertips of his intended receiver that time. And that was number 7, Lawson Hall. There on the coverage was Kenneth. That was Chris Kenneth. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 now.
About 8 minutes left here in the second quarter, and Westfield's defense is holding up pretty well, but the offense has got to find something that works.
Orthodontics second quarter. All this brought to you by Brandon Ford of Perry. Look like the receivers on the outside move. They're going to throw a little screen, and it's through the hands of Q Wright. He wasn't quite disengaged from the block yet as McDaniel had him tied up, and that is an incomplete pass, and here comes the punt team.
Yeah, another good stand right there by this Westfield defense.
Yeah, overall they've done a pretty good job because, unfortunately, the offense really hadn't done them a whole lot of favors.
Yeah. To have held a team that went to the state championship last year to only 10 points after 4 turnovers in a quarter and a quarter of a quarter.
Yeah, exactly.
A 25th.
Yeah, there you go.
A 16th. That's bad math. My dad would be ashamed.
High snap, punt away by Kelly. Wobbly kick. Short one, though. It'll take a high hopper, and it's a Terrell bounce, and it will go inside the 20 and be touched down at the 19-yard line. That's a 47-yard punt. No return. And Westfield will have it with 7:43 to go in this second quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. We'll see if they can get something going here. This has not been the highlight reel game for Beck Beckham here so far.
Hopefully he can turn that around. If Westfield comes back to win this game on the arms and legs of Beck Beckham, then what a comeback story it would be.
You know he's frustrated, but right now he's got to try not to do too much. Don't try to get it all back on one play and force another mistake. This time they'll come set with 4 wide receivers. Fake the handoff, throw out in the flat. It's complete to Walker Young. Young makes the first man miss, spins off another one, but he'll only get a yard. As Turbot there on the stop, and it's going to be second down and about 9. Hard to see across this way. The lights are kind of dim, at least from our perspective over here, and my bad eyes. Probably more of the combo of the two.
Oh, I know. You know I can't see. Got this monitor in the way I'm having to watch on.
Handoff, and that's Smallwood. Breaking tackles. He's earned every yard that he's gotten tonight because he's had nothing easy as this defensive front for Terrell has made it.
Need a big play right here.
Yeah, the Hornets haven't had a whole lot of luck so far. Their best play was probably that tight end pop pass to Kennis. They gained, I think, 19 yards. That's their longest play from scrimmage so far tonight. They have to put it up in the air, and they're going to toss it forward, and that's to Walker Young, and he cannot get away from the defender that time. That was number 79, Jackson Torbert, and he gets out to the 24. So a short gain of 2, and that'll bring on the punt team on 4th down and 5.
4th and about 5.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with this type of read option offense. You don't have a whole lot of big play threats, especially on 3rd and long.
Yeah, especially when you know somebody's kind of tentative at the moment with their passing abilities. That's a high punt, taking it to 42. Coming up across the 50, and he'll go out of bounds at about the 35-yard line or thereabouts.
Run out of bounds by J.B. Beardman.
I'm going to mark him all the way down to the 32. I don't know what happened after the play. I hear some fans screaming. I couldn't really see.
Yeah, it looked like they started mouthing off to each other, but didn't look like anything physical was going to happen.
Woo. Whoever it is.
But there's a mother who is very upset.
She sounds angry.
She sounds like a mother, at least. She may just be a fan.
Passionate.
Passionate. There you go.
30 yards on the return there. And they'll have the ball with 5:35 to go. 1st down and 10 at the 32. Grace gives it off to Q Wright. Wright stacked up and still falls forward, though. It gets out to about the 27. He almost lost it.
Q Wright on the carry.
But he picks up about 4 yards on the carry.
Chris Kinnis and J.B. Bearden combined.
Yeah, good throw, good run right there by Q Wright. Remember seeing him last year. We had a couple of complaints about his running style. He didn't seem very physical, as big as he was, but he seems to have gotten over those fears in the offseason.
Yeah, he's a strong runner. Obviously got speed. You saw him out in the open field earlier on their lone touchdown of the game, which I don't know if you could tell it there. Westfield had two defenders right there.
Oh, absolutely. That play was plugged up, but neither of them made the tackle.
Yeah, it's kind of watched them. So 2nd and 6. Looking to pass, looking wide. It's going to go deep to the end zone, and it's going to be tipped and knocked away. Great defense.
Yep, good job staying with it right there.
Spence played that about as perfect as you can play from a cornerback. What a beautiful play that time from Hunter Spence.
Yeah, tried to take a deep shot, Terrell did, and it almost worked, but like you said, great defense right there.
The Westfield shortstop also making the plays out of that cornerback position. So now it's 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, like we said, this Westfield defense has been solid all night, and they need to step up again right here.
Yeah, it's amazing that it's only 10-0.
Absolutely. After 4 turnovers.
High snap. Quarterback keeper to the left side. Makes the first man miss. Now trying to reverse
he's balled
field.
Up right there.
And he still makes positive yards out of it, as Westfield had a number of defenders in the backfield. As he gets down to the 26. So
4th and 5?
Maybe about 4.
4.
4th down, 4.
4th and 4, and it looks like that offense is going to stay on.
Yeah, you're kind of in that no man's land right here where, a field goal would be about 42 yards. And I don't know if Ian Kelly, what kind of leg he has. He had plenty on that last field goal, but this is a long one. Looks like they're going to wait and try to drain the clock until the play clock runs out and call a timeout. Blaine Grace over there got his helmet off, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to burn a timeout. That's their 3rd and final timeout with 3:51 to go here in this 2nd quarter. We'll stay here, Brant. Make it a little bit easier for you, my man. I know you're counting down the clock. We're trying to get it to 3:51.
I do appreciate that.
I know how it is, so I try to make it as easy as we can. But it's 10-0, Terrell Academy. Let me run through you some stats real quick. We don't have a stat sponsor.
We don't, really.
But if somebody wants to, let us know. We're looking for a pregame sponsor, and we're looking for a stat update sponsor. So the 2 scoring plays were Q Wright for 37 yards, touchdown. Extra point was good, and then Ian Kelly with a 29-yard field goal with 3:58 to go in the 1st quarter. So far the stats, Terrell Academy, 109 yards of total offense. They've run 23 plays, averaging 4.7 yards per play. They have 11 passing yards, 98 rushing on 14 attempts. So they're averaging.
Shows you the kind of offense they're trying to run.
Absolutely. They're averaging 7 yards per attempt. They got 2 penalties for 25 yards. They turned it over once, punted it twice for an average of 45.5, and they've had the ball for about 8 minutes here in this first 24.
I'll tell you, that little StatCast app you have is
pretty awesome, huh?
Pretty awesome, and it looks like they're going to try a long field goal here.
So it'll be about a 42-yard attempt.
And if I'm Westfield, I'm screaming, watch the fake.
Absolutely. So here comes Kelly on for the kick. Lawson Hall on the hold. Kick on its way, and it is short. Wide left.
I thought short, but it also might have been wide left. I'm not sure. Either way, no good, and Westfield's going to get the ball back right there.
Well, no, I think they get it at the 20 in high school, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, do they?
I think so. I think that's how they do this. So, kick is no good. They'll turn it over on downs, and Westfield has it. 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Yeah, anything longer than the 20, they give them to them right there, I guess. Just kind of don't, that way they don't penalize them.
Makes sense.
I guess. So here comes Westfield with trying to get some points on the board before half. Beckham gives off to Smallwood. Smallwood runs right into a blue wall.
There was a hole right there. Michael Fitzpatrick with a great lead block, but just it got covered up behind him before Smallwood could hit the hole.
Yeah, that was filled immediately. So they do give him a yard, actually. So 2nd and 9. But Smallwood is inch by inch working for every bit he can get. I know the passing game has not worked well tonight for Westfield, but you feel like that might be the only chance they got for a big play. And they'll give it off to Fitzpatrick. And look how many guys it takes to bring him down. He gets down to the 24. That's a gain of 3 for Fitzpatrick.
It's going to be 3rd and 6 right here, and you figure Westfield has to pass again, and that's you hate to say you're scared of the passing game, but it just has not worked for Westfield right now.
You wonder if they're going to try to maybe throw it out into the flat here on the near side, possibly give their receiver a little bit more room to work. And they're rolling. They're throwing over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. It's behind Hancock. Hancock was open, but Beckham was a little late in recognizing it, and when he did, it was behind the intended receiver. So 3 and out goes Westfield, and they're going to punt again here with 2:18 to go before halftime. We'll get to stay tuned for the ABE Group halftime show. We'll have some first half stats, some analysis, and we might have Coach Chip Champion coming up here to join us as there's a flag down on the punt attempt.
Yeah, that was a high snap right there. Fitzpatrick had to go up and grab it.
Punt taken at 38, trying to reverse field, cuts through, holding on for dear life, and bringing him down, though, was number 31, Austin Tomlinson. So the punt goes 38 yards from Michael Fitzpatrick.
I'm not going to delete this down and distance just in case that, there's a motion penalty against the Hornets. And it looks like they'll make it 1st and 10 anyway.
Yeah, they'll add that to the end of the kick.
Yep. So they get the ball on the 40 instead of the 45. Not too much damage right there.
Eagles will start the Westfield 40-yard line. That's 1st down 10.
There you go. I used to do softball, but I stopped doing that last year. Not enough time in the day.
So with 2:03 to go before half, it's 1st down and 10 for Terrell right here at the 40-yard line. They're going to throw out in the flat, and it's complete. But a good open field tackle made by J.B. Bearden brings him down for a loss at the 41. Bearden right there on the stop as the completion made to Jackson Jenkins, but it'll be 2nd down and about 11.
Great job right there recognizing the swing pass, just getting out there to stop it. Like you said, great open field tackle. That's not easy to do.
No, he got him in the chest and held on and powered him to the ground. So it'll be 2nd down and about 10 and a half as we're down to about 90 seconds before halftime.
You figure Terrell's going to run as much clock as they can here and take a couple of deep shots.
So they'll hand it off. Q right to the left. Right,
or just run the buck
through,
sweep.
And yeah, he just nice and simple. Let the blockers get out in front and gets down to the 31. So it'll be about a yard short. That's a pickup of 10. It's really the longest run he's had since that touchdown, I believe.
Yeah, neither offense has had a whole lot of success tonight. The difference has been the big play that Terrell got in the first quarter. And the turnovers, of course.
Yeah, the 4 turnovers have not been pretty for Westfield here in this first half. But it's down below a minute. Terrell has no timeouts left. 3rd down and 1. They're going to roll Grace. He's going to throw, and it's going to be through his hands, incomplete. He had his man. Jackson Jenkins just dropped it, and it's going to be 4th down and 1. Well, the referees are hurrying up, but I don't think they realize that the clock's not running. So
yeah,
it's got 37.8. Again, the clock we use is just purely our best guesstimate.
It's more of a guideline than anything else.
It's not synced up with the scoreboard, so it's just trying to think in time with the referee up here and making sure our fingers are faster or equal with his thumbs. So 4th and 1. Westfield going to try to keep him off the board here. Love to see a turnover score here. Snap up the middle, and the Westfield defense, I think, stopped him, but they're going to give him forward progress.
I don't know. It looks like he was tackled right on the 30.
Langston came through there and brought him down. I mean, that's close. First down.
First down, Eagles.
Then they kind of gave him the roll.
Clock's going to start on the white cap here.
And there it goes. We're going to look to pass. Going to go deep down the far side, and it's going to be just too long off the outstretched fingertips.
And I couldn't see it because
my big
Brett,
head.
No, Brett wouldn't move the camera.
Yeah, Brett's not our best cameraman. He's a great
not, but
producer.
It's necessary right now. It's necessary right now.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. You know Brett. He's always up for the task of being picked on because he deserves it. So that was an incomplete pass. They've tried to pick on Hunter Spence twice, but Hunter's been up for the task. He was side by side there.
Yeah, running in phase with the receiver right there. That's what you're supposed to do on those deep balls.
So 2nd and 10 with 25 seconds. And we got a false start.
Flag down.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty. They don't do the 10-second runoff because it was the clock was stopped after the incomplete, right? So yeah, it won't run anything off there. So 2nd and 15 at the 35. A field goal not out of the question here. We've seen Kelly has a decent leg. The 42-yarder was right at it.
He had the distance for it, just about. It was close.
I mean, that's right at the edge of his range, so that would try to get it to the 25. So if you're Terrell here, you'd think you pick up anywhere from 12 to 15 yards. You feel like you might have a chance. Obviously, Westfield wanting to not have that happen. Rolling out, Grace going to throw, and it's going to be complete. And he cuts back inside, and he fumbles, and it goes out of bounds at the 12. Lucky roll for Terrell there. Jenkins almost caused a bad play there by staying in bounds, so he lucks out.
Yeah, and I guess that does stop the clock, doesn't it?
Yep.
With just under 14 seconds left. And that's a 1st and 10.
I thought you couldn't fumble it forward, but I guess it don't really matter. It wasn't too far forward. So 1st and 10 at the 12, 13.9. Looking, throwing out in the flat. It's complete, and he goes out of bounds with 10 seconds. Maybe a yard, maybe 2. I gave him 1 at the 11-yard line.
Short gain on the play.
Smart play there from Hall, obviously. If you're Terrell and head coach Bill Murdoch, you told your team, I at least want to get 3 points out of this.
Absolutely, and this Westfield offense has stopped all the deep ball attempts, but they haven't been able to stop the short stuff. That little swing pass went for a long play.
Yeah, it's been a lot of crossing underneath routes and whatnot that have kind of opened up some areas in the Westfield D. But now the field is compressed back here deep inside the red zone. Grace going to look far side, and it's going to be caught. No, broken up. Tell you what, Hunter Spence has played one heck of a football game so far.
Yeah, he has. He hasn't. Most of what he's had is not going to show up on the stat sheet unless you're keeping track of breakups. But
I'm trying. I'm trying to. Yeah, he's been doing a great job.
Yeah, he's playing that boundary corner, and I don't know if they keep going to him because they think he's a weaker corner or if because that's just where their best wide receiver is. But either way, he's proved up to the task to this point.
So they're going to go ahead and bring on the kicker, Ian Kelly, for the field goal attempt. On the hold will be Lawson Hall with 4.8 to go before the break.
Watch the fake.
Oh, they blocked it. Braden McDaniel with the block. Brett talked about how tall he was all night long.
There is 0.1 second left on the clock.
Well, they're going to kneel that one.
You would think so. Great job by the Westfield defense to stand tall right there, keep this at a 2-possession game. Well, either way it would have been, but the difference between 13 and 10 can feel gigantic at times. Great stop right there by that D.
So they're going to let the clock run out, and that'll do it. Brett will play a long, or Brett said to play a long set of commercials, whatever that is. So
yep,
we will do that, and then we will be back with the halftime show, the ABE Group halftime show. We'll catch up with Coach Chip Champion and get his thoughts on what's going on around the Westfield campus in the sporting world. And we'll be back after this on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri-High Y.
I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri-High Y and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
Successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Tate was going regularly to his dentist. Our family dentist just mentioned that he had a severe underbite and he could require surgery in the future. We immediately made an appointment with Spiller's Orthodontics. They brought up Invisalign. Dr. Spillers was very informative and all of the staff was very helpful and knowledgeable. Anybody who thinks that their child is too young to use Invisalign, they're wrong. I mean, if you can prevent any kind of surgical procedure for your child, wouldn't you want to do it too?
Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin.
Tate was going regularly to his dentist. Our family dentist just mentioned that he had a severe underbite and he could require surgery in the future. We immediately made an appointment with Spiller's Orthodontics. Anybody who thinks that their child is too.
Spillers.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network. We're at the ABE Group halftime show, and you know, we can only take what we can get.
That's exactly right.
Coach Danny Camp couldn't come up.
And you know, quite honestly, this thing probably should be a lot worse than what it is, and you got to feel pretty good, even though you're down 10-0. You ought to. And this is sort of what it looked like.
He's rolling with a new coach, but the thing that I like and they're hopefully just going to continue to get better.
Times, and everybody knows that. It's just, you know, as a coach, you want it all to happen at one time, and it's not the way it works. And you know, obviously, you know, we look really good on defense right now, and the offense has done some good things at times. Turnovers have just hurt us.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the good thing about games like this, Deerfield, Windsor, Southland coming up, they're all out of region. They're all games that are going to give you a measuring stick.
And you're prepping for those region games.
Exactly.
I mean, that's, you know, I've always said you don't want to be very good week 1. You want to be good week 8, 9, 10, 11. You know, that's when they start handing out trophies. You know, and quite honestly, our schedule's going to be tough.
Absolutely.
But the kids are working really hard. They worked hard all summer in the weight room. You know, it's definitely not easy when it's 100 degrees out there and you're running those sprints. You know, and quite honestly, we've missed several days of practice and had to be in the gym because of the lightning, or, you know, had issues with the heat and all that stuff. So, you know, And quite honestly, you know, this is for us is week 0, and a lot of schools aren't even playing this week. This is a great opportunity for, especially for our young kids, and even the older ones that aren't very experienced, to get this game experience. And you know, I think week 1 to week 2 is always a big jump. And quite honestly, you see them getting more and more comfortable just as time goes in this game.
Yeah, and the one thing that I liked about I was upstairs just during that second quarter and got to kind of see the interaction of the coaches and not giving away any trade secrets up there. But I like the things that they're seeing, and now it's just about executing the opportunities. That big pass play you saw down the middle of the field was perfectly called, and hopefully they can dial up some of those types of plays in the second half to try to draw closer to the Eagles of Terrell Academy. But switching gears just a little bit, since you are the athletic director, tell us about some of the other stuff we got going on at the Westfield campus. And I know y'all are probably wide open at this point, and just tell us about some of the things you got going on.
I'm not sure we're ever not wide open.
That's true.
You know, with everything that we do during the summer, you know, we're head deep into fall season now that football started. You know, Coach Walton and our cross country kids are out. They've been working hard. I've been out with the middle school football, and I see those kids running cross country, practicing every day when it's as hot as it is. I feel really bad for them in a way, but she's working them hard. You know, we're going to actually host a middle school cross country meet this year. Be the first time in the 8 years that I've been here that we've hosted a cross country meet. And obviously softball is rolling again. Coach Camp's got them, you know, steam rolling. I don't know that they ever miss a beat in what they're doing. I think they're like 8-9-0 or something in the regular season, and preseason games, and it's just been rolling. With the softball, I'm defending state champion, you know, and we got basically all of our pieces back, other than a couple, you know, good ones that we lost. But we've had some younger kids that have stepped right in. You know, I was talking to the other day with Danny, and you know, Marina Knowles, sophomore. You know, you could see it coming a mile away.
Absolutely.
But right now, she's absolutely killing the ball. They played at Georgia Southwestern, I think, 2 weeks ago, and she hit 3 bombs in one day as a sophomore. So, you know, I tell Coach Camp all the time, you know, it's an embarrassment of riches sort of with the talent that we've got on the softball field.
I told him that, you know, if the coaching doesn't get in the way this year. No.
That's what I tell him all the time. Of course, that's the rule of thumb no matter what. If you winning is the kids, if you're losing is the coach.
Exactly. You know, I mean, you got to give the kids the credit. Obviously, Coach Camp does a great job with those girls and with the player development.
Yeah, well, and with those kids, it's business every day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you go to practice, you can't tell from one day to the next what's been going on. And if you went and watched the practice, you think these kids hadn't won a game in a long time because they work really hard every day. You know, and you as a coach, you worry about complacency a little bit. You know, but these kids aren't that way. They're working and they're grinding every day in there. So it's you know, it's amazing that they have, and you don't see. I think it's Evans High School and philosophy too on scheduling is you schedule tough because it only makes you better in the long run.
Yeah, and we commented last, I guess it was, and eventually that dam broke.
Put the ball in play and make other team make plays. If they do, great. But 9 out of 10 times, if you're aggressive and you're putting the ball in play, something good's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, a lot of great things going on at Westfield. Obviously, it's a new school year, so as you said, y'all just probably been going
that I deal with, but also the football season.
Pressure that the Terrell guys are under.
I've been working hard all summer long, and it's hard to believe it was exhaling for a minute, but all of a sudden here we go again.
No rest for the weary.
No.
Yeah, I know you're obviously have that many hats that you wear, but athletic director being one. Any facilities upgrades? I know we had the big concession stand area and stuff last year, and bathrooms.
We've done that. Doing You know, we've had some discussions about putting some air conditioning in the gym, which, you know, as a basketball coach and PE during the summer, you know, and this time of the year is a really great idea. We're working on that, and, you know, I've got several other things that I have in mind that we need to be building toward. But, you know, I tell people all the time, you know, I think our facilities match up. You know, with anybody's, you know, I always come over here and these guys do a great job with their facilities for a school their size. And, you know, we're always looking to get better at things. You know, the bathrooms in the pavilion were a really, really nice addition a couple years ago, and I still get rave comments about that. You know, we just, you know, our coaching staff and Coach Kemp does a lot of the field stuff, and I like doing some of the field stuff with him. But our coaches take pride in how our facilities look. You know, we've done some things. Coach Lane did some things in the weight room. You know, just little subtle things. Nothing major, but we are looking at some things in the future. And of course, quite honestly, the sticking point behind all of it is the dinero.
Yeah.
But you know, our booster club's been really awesome, and you know, we're talking the other day, and we've got so much on the fields for all of our sponsors that support Westfield athletics, and you know, we couldn't do it without them, that's for sure.
Well, you know, you think about it, just tangible things that we saw this week, that the impact that some of those sponsors have. I mean, think about a guy like Giles Amos, some of the other folks that have gone on to college. I mean, he's now earned a scholarship at the University of Alabama.
Well, I mean, you know, I was thinking about that the
all
other
that
day.
stuff that people have inputted into them, and you don't think about that, but it has an impact.
Well, and how cool is that? You know, I remember Giles when he was in middle school, and you know, quite honestly, there was a point there where he was a real silly middle schooler. To watch him grown up the way he is, and you know, now all of a sudden he's a scholarship football player at one of the best football programs in the NCAA football. And you know, and you take it another level. You know, we've got Tyler Malakias, who has walked on at the University of Georgia. So how many schools in our league, or really in any league, can say they've got players at Georgia and at Alabama? You know, there's not many of those, especially not GISA schools our size.
Well, Coach, we'd like to thank you.
Just want Giles to get a haircut.
You know, we keep saying he looks like Post Malone.
I say he looks like Forrest Gump when he was running.
He does. He's, you know, I ran into Mr. Bill, I think this was in June at Kroger, and he said he can't do anything with him. So, you know, I guess now that he's got a scholarship, he really can't do anything with him.
Well, the only thing he told me was now he has to keep it under his helmet.
Well, I'm sure Coach Saban has a good.
Well, he didn't, but I think this is one of the first years, or maybe the second year, that he's had that policy in place that they have to keep it inside the helmet.
Yeah, because they used to bunch it and let it come out. But I'm sure he's going to be willing to do anything that the head ball coach over at Alabama tells him to.
You're on scholarship. You do whatever the boss says, right?
So we'd like to thank Coach Champion for joining us. Hopefully Westfield continues to have a great start to the 2019 school year, and picking up here with football. Hopefully the Westfield Hornets can turn it around here. They trail 10-0 at the halftime. We'll take a quick break and should be back with third quarter action here shortly. You're watching Westfield Hornet football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
It's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Ford of Perry, we are driven by tradition. The tradition that a handshake is a guarantee to deliver the best service, price, and warranty in Middle Georgia.
Right now, we're having a trade-in, trade-up your truck event. If you have a pre-owned truck in good condition, we want to buy it.
Even if you purchase elsewhere, we're paying top dollar.
Looking for new? Get 0% for 60 months on 2019 Rangers. Come see the Brandon family at our new location across from the fairgrounds, exit 134.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Tate was going regularly to his dentist. Our family dentist just mentioned that he had a severe underbite and he could require surgery in the future. We immediately made an appointment with Spiller's Orthodontics. They brought up Invisalign. Dr. Spillers was very informative and all of the staff was very helpful and knowledgeable. Anybody who thinks that their child is too young to use Invisalign, they're wrong. I mean, if you can prevent any kind of surgical procedure for your child, wouldn't you want to do it too?
Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y.
I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the Schools One Act and several plays like Player Club, and Tri High Y, and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
What I like about Westfield is just the family atmosphere that we have here. The teachers are just great, the coaches are great.
Even though I was not here when I started school, I came in and it was like everyone acted like I had been here the whole time. It's an environment where everyone just accepts you and wants to get to know you like they would have known you, like all of their friends that have been here since the beginning of grade school.
I just like the atmosphere that you have here. Everybody, they truly care about you.
Everyone in my grade, we're so close together. I think of them as my brothers and sisters almost, because they know me so well and I know them so well.
I think the most important thing that happened to me while I spent my time in Westfield is that I actually become a Christian, and then I actually find my faith, and I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith to.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some like problems that they'll give you like some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back here into the Middle Georgia Sports Network. You only missed one play right there, the kickoff. Michael Fitzpatrick hit a little squibber. It was fielded at the 10, run out to the 30-yard line where it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Terrell Academy Eagles.
Yeah, sorry about that. Had a little technical difficulties. Camera wanted to go off on us, so as Brant said, it'll be 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for Terrell Academy.
Yep. Q Wright and Brody McDaniel, the typical backfield combination for the Eagles, is back out there. A heck of a game tonight on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, just a good job right now. They've got to continue to do that if they want to try to get back in this football game.
Interesting formation here. Twins to either side. He'll drop back to pass. McDaniel's looking around. He's got time coming for him now. Pass is caught. Jackson Jenkins, play guy, and Brett will be producing and giving color.
Yeah, we're trying to cross-train a little bit.
Flood out to the senior.
And picked up another
somewhere. That run, ball going in.
Westfield started this drive very well, and then now having the tacked on personal foul. Not the way you want to.
1st and 10 from the 20. Blaine Grace.
He comes back. Just wanted to remind everybody of that. Go ahead, sorry.
Ian Kelly's going to try the extra point. It is up, and
third quarter right here on the Middle Georgia. Center of that Eagle defense. That defensive line has done a good job all night long for the Eagles, and the Hornets are going to have to try to make some adjustments and find some creases somewhere, or try to create it with misdirection. Not an easy task against the defense. A nicely designed pass.
I just about cut myself on a rusty nail underneath this counter right here. Taking it about midfield, and he called a fair catch.
Must have had trouble seeing the football, because you got to think he would have a chance to run for days.
Yep, Landon Torbert on the catch.
Mikey hasn't gotten great snaps to be able to set up a good kick.
Yep, need to go out there and show him how it's done.
I'm not good at long snapping, but
I'm saying I am.
Yeah, you might be.
I can still do it.
I can't do it. That is an art form.
1st down 10.
Yeah, that's kind of like riding a bike. Once you figure it out, you don't ever forget it. Terrell Academy is going to come back out here. Grace and Wright, the dynamic duo so far for the Terrell Academy Eagles. A lot of yards on the ground put up by those two tonight. Handoff up the middle to Wright, plugged up by Michael Fitzpatrick and finished off by number 78. That is Cal Langston, the junior. He's new.
Eagles of Terrell Academy. It's going to be difficult.
Ran out of bounds. Offense just feels like
most of the game in both ways. Got Michael Fitzpatrick running the football.
That's Q Wright official, and good thing he did.
Yeah, if he doesn't run into the back judge there, he might still be running.
Yep. Just burst right up the middle there. Very little pressure from that defensive line so far in this game. That has been the biggest detractor, I guess you could say, so far for Westfield, is that defensive line has not gotten a whole lot of pressure on those pass plays, and they haven't caused a whole lot of havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, when they've had opportunities, they've missed tackles. And Missed tackles at the point of attack when you've got a chance to have a tackle for loss can kill you.
Hand off to right. A little bit of a hole up the middle, and he will have a first down.
J.B. Bearden and Clay Walton combine on the stop. First down, Eagles.
Tackled by J.B. Bearden and Clay Walton. That'll be another 1st and 10. That interior of that line is opening up for this running back right now. First and 10 from the 20-yard line. Pass play coming out here to the flat. This is number 6, and he just goes right by everybody. He dives for the pylon, and no, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds right before he got there. That's Cooper Sapp on the catch. The catch and run right there, and that's the first time I believe I've called his name tonight.
Yeah, he did a good job of just following his blocks. Westfield over-pursued the tackle. He held up just a bit and then ran right past the defender.
Yep. First and goal from the 2 here. And I don't think it's any secret who's getting the ball on this play.
Yeah, I would say you're going to give it a right if you can. If not, if the read's not there, quarterback's going to keep it.
Well, he's not set deep, and typically that's when you see that inside zone, so let's see what they do here. Nope, they're going to hand it to him, and he's going to waltz into the end zone. 6 more points for Terrell. And this is getting out of hand for Westfield.
Yeah, just as you thought Westfield was able to stop him in the first half, they have not been able to do that here in the second, and it's just difficult to withstand it drive after drive when your offense isn't helping you out by giving you a rest. That's just right now, as Coach Champion alluded to at halftime, they're fighting hard. It's just it's difficult to turn that ship sometimes, considering you've got a new scheme and everything in place. It's just going to take time for the Hornets.
Yep.
So we'll take a quick break. Westfield trails 24-0. You're watching Hornet football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Terrell Academy. Westfield trailing 24-0 after that last run by Q Wright. I believe that's his 3rd touchdown of the day.
Yeah, no, he had the one earlier in the first quarter. He had that one right there. Did he score the last one that? I thought it was a quarterback who scored the previous one.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm not keeping track of the stats, and Kenny's iPad is down here, so no one is. So that's great. And here's a kickoff by Ian Kelly. And that will go into the end zone for a touchback. And again, it'll be first and 10 from the 20 for the Hornets. And even if the Hornets don't win this game, you have to see something out of this offense before you get out of here, for nothing else than the momentum that you would gain.
Yeah, you just would like to see them put together a drive, at least give their defense a rest.
They're in the middle of a long lightning delay.
Thank you.
So Westfield will come to the line. It's first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
I apologize if anybody could hear me swallowing this water. Dropping back to pass is Beckham. He's got a man out there on the sideline.
Good pass play right there.
Yeah, it was. Little out route, and it was completed. That is Hunter Hancock on the reception. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Cole Lewis on the stop.
Uh-oh, looks like we may have an injured player.
Yeah, it looks like he's cramping up right there. I don't have a number on him. Doesn't look to be too bad. He's stretching that hamstring out, it looks like.
And this, again, is a difficulty when you're dealing with this early season heat. This will really last until you get into, I don't know, September, maybe early October. You're not going to see the temperatures drop a whole lot, but you might start seeing the humidity, which will should help eliminate those cramps. But as we mentioned in the pregame, staying hydrated is just a must. I mean, you cannot drink enough liquids here tonight.
Yeah, that is number
so sticky.
15, Chris Kennis, with that cramp right there. He is walking off gingerly, but he should be fine. Now he's jogging off.
And that's, Kennis brothers, they've had some difficulty with the injury bug. Glad to see him up walking. I think that's just a cramp. Fluids will help in stretching that out. But, you've seen them, especially him, have some troubles throughout his career with injuries, and you never like to see that.
Yep, so 2nd down and 3 here after the out route goes for 7 yards. Handoff up the middle to Fitzpatrick. Tries to bounce it out and goes nowhere. Might have lost a yard. And it'll be 3rd down. See where they mark this.
I think that might have been Hunter Smallwood.
Was it? Now Michael Fitzpatrick has a cramp. That's 2 cramps in a row right there, and you see that sometimes in these early season games. Like you said, it's just so hot right now in Central Georgia.
Yeah, he picked up maybe a yard, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 2, or 3rd and 2. Maybe a long one, but
And you lose your power runner right there. You would think he would get the ball on this play if he was in, but since he's not, we're going to see what the Hornets come out and decide to do here. 3rd, and we'll call it 1.5. Swing pass, and it's too long. Intended for number 14. That is Sam Johnson, a junior. And that'll bring on the punt team. Had one good play that drive, but couldn't get anything out of it, and the punt team will come on.
4th down.
And there's Fitzpatrick. He seems to be okay after his cramp. Lawson Hall and Landon Torbert will be back on the 45-yard line to catch this punt. We've seen what kind of leg Fitzpatrick has. If he can send one over their heads, might flip the field here. They've got back a little bit now. Wobbly punt caught by Torbert. Fair caught at the 40. And they will start their drive there.
Uh-oh, what we got?
I don't know.
Mandatory water break?
Some whistles blowing.
I don't see a flag. Do you see a flag?
I don't see a flag anywhere.
He's pointing
but
something.
He said holding on Terrell.
That's unusual on a fair caught punt, but
yeah.
Oh wow.
So it was over by. We're here now. It was over by the 30, hiding behind that clump of Terrell Academy Eagles, sitting over there. So that'll back them up 10 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line.
That penalty is 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Uh-oh, got another one going down with cramps.
Man, he was just standing there, and he felt like somebody shot him.
Whew, that ain't good.
No, that is number 56, Michael Smith.
Yeah, he sent him to the sidelines to get the referee So why don't we take a quick break, and we'll come back.
5 plays.
Yeah, get a mandatory water break in here, and we'll come back shortly after the end of it. And Westfield is trailing 24-0 right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there. And he does a great job, and I think on a Thursday, that's great to do because it's a day before the game and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Well, man.
Flag down.
And welcome back into the Terrell Academy Eagles home stadium here. I can't remember what coach this is.
Yeah, I can't either. I don't have my.
So first down and 15 for the Eagles of Terrell.
Yep. Grace and Wright again in the backfield. No, that's not right.
Is there a fumble? There is a fumble. No, there's not a fumble. They scrambled like there was a fumble.
He wasn't down yet. But a carry ahead for a couple of yards. That'll be 2nd and 13, we'll say. Hunter Smallwood got the stop. That is number 20 on the carry. That's Cole Lewis, the senior.
Pickup of about 4 yards on the play brings up 2nd down and 11 for the Eagles.
2nd down and 11.
Well, that's what I wonder about, if Coach Lane will check on the film when they're lining up, either formation-wise or something. And Westfield is trying to run a similar scheme, but they're not getting those natural running lanes. I don't think that Terrell's getting as helping that out. And I wonder if maybe West.
Pickup was about 3 on the play. 2nd down, 7 for the Eagles.
We may end up having a running clock if they score here in the 4th quarter. I don't know exactly what the quarter
is. About the 5-minute mark, and then everybody started going down. I mean, no surprise when it's just as hot and. To go in this 4th quarter, it is now Terrell Academy 27 and Westfield nothing. We will take at the 20-yard line. Beckham looking to pass. Going to go over the middle, just straight to the defender. Picked off and trying to get in the end zone, but he will not as he's knocked out at the 4-yard line. That was Nathan Whitcomb. But that's his 2nd interception. That's what, the 5th of the evening. So not good here tonight for Westfield. There's another turnover.
He runs it down to about the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Eagles from that point.
And it's 1st and goal for the Eagles right here at the 5. They're quickly to the line here on 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Hey, Kenny, how's it going?
What's up, Brand? And we got a timeout on the field.
Yeah, I don't know who took it.
That's Terrell.
Did Terrell? I didn't see any motion by the officials.
So that's a timeout on the field, and why don't we take a quick timeout as well, as we will take a quick break and be back with you in about 30 seconds here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Brandon Ford of Perry, we are driven by tradition. The tradition that a handshake is a guarantee to deliver the best service, price, and warranty in Middle Georgia.
Right now, we're having a trade-in, trade-up your truck event. If you have a pre-owned truck in good condition, we want to buy it.
Even if you purchase elsewhere, we're paying top dollar.
Looking for new? Get 0% for 60 months on 2019 Rangers. Come see the Brandon family at our new location across from the fairgrounds, exit 134.
Welcome back here to the Middle Georgia Sports Network. Terrell Academy nursing a 27-0 lead, trying to add on to it. They've switched their quarterback out. Lawrence Carpenter, the sophomore, is now out there. He's a tall-looking sophomore out there, and he's got number 17 to his side. That's Carter Riddick, also a sophomore. And there's a flag down. Give it to him on the misdirection. Cut down by Michael Fitzpatrick. And we'll see what the flag is.
Yeah, they'll stop the clock here.
Yep.
It's in the offensive backfield, so you got to think it's probably on them.
Yeah.
But they're kind of motioning towards the defense, so let's see. Nope.
Got a false start on Terrell.
Against the Eagles.
Yeah, maybe a legal formation or
you
something.
think with the backups in there, maybe someone got a little too excited. Get their first taste of varsity action tonight, maybe.
Could be. So now it'll be
first and goal from the 10. Right there. I'm just with you. I'm with you there.
All right. Well, the floodgate.
Carter Reddick just ran through as quickly as we can, but
get there piece by piece, my man.
It's kind of a dry run. Something's gone wrong. So let's
get anything to have something positive to take from this game.
And they need it desperately right here. Just so.
Right.
Hand off to
Westfield. That's a plenty. I'm getting 11 minutes to go. Fourth quarter.
Second down.
Liberally.
I'm in an advanced English class right now, Kenny.
Look at you. Big Westfield.
Yeah. Sustained. His first bank.
Yeah, good job. I mean, nothing fancy there. He was just trying to move the chains and lower the shoulder, and he did just that.
Yep. Tackler rode him down, but not before getting 4 yards after contact about right there.
That's for sure.
Absolutely not. Smallwood for this play. Just Fitzpatrick in the background. He will not get it. That's a swing pass out to the far side.
Walker Young.
Yep, Walker Young catches the pass, and we'll have it near the first down marker. They're going to mark him down right at the 50. So that'll be a second down. No, they're going to call it. No? Thought the chains were moving, but they're not.
About 2nd and 2.
Yep, 2nd and 2. That was an adventure. Second down and 2 here for the Hornets.
Clock ticking, ticking, ticking.
And now it stopped.
I don't know why. Maybe he went out of bounds. Could have been.
I think he did.
But
it's at 9:03.
Yep. Stop it for a second.
Option right here. Pitch out to Fitzpatrick. He has it. Tries to barrel through, and he will have enough for the first down.
I love how he just saw those two defenders and just split right between them.
Thought about it for a second, trying to run around and keep the drive going, but aimed his shoulder at the space between them and picked up enough for a first down.
That's another Planters first bank. First down and 10. I like this drive so far. I mean, obviously the game out of hand. You're down by 34, but you're kind of building something here.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be pretty.
You're getting some confidence here, and that could be big going into, I think, region play next week.
Nope. That's still out of region, but it's a rival that was in the region for a long time.
Quarterback keeper here, and swallowed up.
Beckham on the keeper.
Yeah, not a whole lot there.
Yep. Beckham trying to follow his lead blocker, but just nowhere to go. Got about 1 yard there, 2nd and 9.
Again, most of this against some second stringers, but still.
Some young bucks out there getting their first taste of Friday night lights.
Tell you what, it looks a lot brighter on the screen than it does in here. It's weird.
Yeah, the green is just a different green here at the actual stadium.
On the camera, it looks great.
Looks like Augusta National out there.
That's it, my man.
Hand off to Fitzpatrick up the middle. Stiff arms a man.
There goes
Still
Mikey.
running. Look at Mikey showing off the speed. Lowers his shoulder and gets about 3 more from the tackler. Huge run right there for Michael Fitzpatrick. That'll be another Planters First Bank 1st and 10. And we'll see where they mark him down. Looks to be about the 20-yard line.
I like it. I mean, he's shown if he can get out in the open, he's got a little bit of speed.
He can turn on the Jets in the open field just enough. Side linebacker, tight end.
I would not want to be in the long run. Brett. Good stuff, right.
The Smallwood fall forward.
Than me in softball.
Hopefully his brother-in-law's will be better. Since they're
he's way better.
Coming to help us out next week.
Scott did it for us last year. And he's done it
I remember
for us.
Scott.
Yeah, he's done it for us for a long time. Scott is way better than Brett.
Scott is a great cameraman.
We're all good at what we do. Brett's a good producer and all that fun stuff. Scott's good at the camera. Me and Brent can hold down the commentating side.
Option plans around in the air a little bit. Make it distance display.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
Well,
I remember
play them. That was one thing. Oh, you know that was invented here.
Quarterback sneak right line, and I'd say line up and do it again. As well as that play worked, you can score 6 right here and go into next week with some confidence.
Yeah, I mean, they are right there. Punch it in here. Give it to Big Mike. He's worked it way down here
Or
for
give
you.
it to Big Mike. Snap it right to him. Let him run forward.
Yeah, I mean, he's right there. Probably just do a QB sneak. Don't even take it off. Take it out of the belly of the quarterback.
Yeah, and they are lined up in the shotgun again. Give it to Mikey up the middle, and he will walk in, and that is a touchdown for the Hornets.
With 4:56 left to go, Westfield gets on the board here. That was a Woodlands subdivision touchdown for the Westfield Hornets.
Michael Fitzpatrick ran it in from 1 yard to give the Hornets their first score of the game with 5 minutes left.
We'd like to see it. And again, thank you to the Woodlands subdivision for their sponsorship of the touchdown.
And then he kicks his own extra point.
How'd you like to see it? Very nice.
So now it is 34-7. Terrell Academy leading the Hornets, and they will kick the ball off here. You want to take a break?
I guess. I don't know what the heck is going on. Oh, I see. Never mind. Whatever. Let me go up here and do that.
There you go.
Now we're cooking. We can take a break if you'd like.
We'll take a quick break, about 30 seconds. We will come back with the last 5 minutes of this game here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Location across from the fairgrounds. Exit.
And Patrick set to kick this one off. You would think it'd be deep. You're not really looking for an onside here, but
I don't know.
Well, maybe you are.
Now it's
And it
kickoff.
will go deep. Academy getting some play. And out there again, had a touchdown out of the shotgun. It allows you running.
Continues to run. I'm about 35.
Press is made. Made by
More.
Robert, cramping up a few minutes. minutes ago.
With this probably all the way through the month of September.
Yeah, at pretty much all levels of football. You know, the first major college football is being played tomorrow. Same play coming to this near side and tackled out of bounds.
They missed an easy hold there on the end when they were holding his arm. But, I mean, at this stage in the game, I guess.
Yeah,
you move it along.
Let the clock run. Well, he did go out of bounds, so no clock will be run here. And Terrell Academy, you would assume, would bring out the punt team for this 4th and 10.
It gives me a chance to catch up on my clock. 3:22. So
3:22.
I like
what the
it.
game clock is at. 4th and 11 for the Eagles.
By the time they come and snap it, it's going to be about right on. Now they're going to blow the whistle.
Yep. Timeout, Westfield.
Westfield.
All right, so Westfield takes a timeout. Let's talk a little bit about the post-game show brought to you by the Westfield Booster Club. And when we wrap up here tonight, we'll go through the player of the game brought to you by Sonic. And tell you who we thought was the best player tonight for Westfield. We had the Woodland Subdivision touchdown. And that was scored by Michael Fitzpatrick. Go over the hit of the game brought to you by Flint Energies. And then we'll talk a little bit about next week when Westfield plays host to the Deerfield Windsor Knights at the Hornet's Nest in the home opener for Westfield.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, that was a pretty good game for that happened last year.
Yeah, it opened the season down in Albany last year, just down the road from here. And Westfield looked like they had taken the lead late with a few seconds left, but they called a penalty and called a touchdown back. And then Michael Fitzpatrick had a field goal sail just left and a little short to end the ball game.
Albany, or Albany if you're from there. Little pooch punt, partially blocked, goes straight up into the air, takes a Deerfield or a Terrell Academy roll, and will be stopped at the 43-yard line.
They got it on your brain, don't they?
Yeah, looking forward to it for next week. And you know, I bet Westfield is looking forward to getting out here on the football field again. Hopefully, we'll favor better back in Perry.
Yeah, have the home folks behind them a little bit, get things going. Terrell, obviously a very promising start to their season. They coming off a big year last year, going to the state championship, being the runners-up. And they look like a strong team to contend this year. They got some talent at the quarterback position, very talented running back in Q Wright, a couple of good receivers as well, and a good offensive line and defensive line. So, you know, their season looks very bright and promising. Westfield just going to have to figure things out as they go. It's going to be a learning process and see if they can put the right combination together. Looks like going to be a new quarterback for Westfield. Number 10.
Number 10, that is Damon Sanders. Getting some snaps here.
Oh, fumble.
The fumble. Yep, ball is down.
Though.
Yep, somebody recovered it.
I think Damon got it back himself. It looked like a miscommunication between he and Noah Crittenton, or excuse me, that is number 8, Coleman Williams. So that's a loss of about 4 yards. Brings up 2nd and 14.
Second down, 14 yards to go.
I just looked up a score. My alma mater is not faring too well against the Houston County Bears right now.
Against my alma mater?
Yeah.
Score in that one.
It is 20-3 Hoco. I believe it is the third quarter.
Flag down.
Go Bears. As that one looks like that was going to be false start. Okay.
False start against the Hornets.
Yeah, it looks like everybody moved at the same time, and when that happens, typically goes against the offense.
So that'll push them back. 2nd and 19 now.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
No, don't really have too many of those in the playbook.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you get those youngsters out there who really don't have much experience. But that's what this year's for.
Sam Johnson.
Buck sweep. Sam Johnson spinning around and will be tackled just past the 30.
Yeah, no gain on that one. So a long 3rd down situation here for Westfield as we've gotten under the 2-minute mark in the ball game. All in all, I know it's been a tough road to watch us tonight with the broadcast being intermittent with the service here, but I appreciate y'all sticking with us. And when we have good internet coverage, we can definitely bring you a better quality product.
Next week we will have our own Wi-Fi hookup, and you can bet you won't run into these problems. Left-handed,
Oh my gosh.
almost picked off. Really should have been picked off. I don't know who he was trying to get that ball to. Number 5. We don't have a number 5 on this roster. We do on this one, though. As Ryan Powers, a freshman who was trying to get it to, but there were about 3 blue jerseys between the 2 white ones.
If one thing I can take away from it, the passing game needs some work. They're definitely trying to force it
for sure
into areas that.
And that's what you're going to run into when you run an option offense that is predicated on running the football. And that is a very high snap, fielded very well by Michael Fitzpatrick. Boots hops at the 40.
What is Brett Taylor must be the blindest man on the face of the planet. I've never seen somebody totally miss everything in one play. He's an amazing cameraman.
I don't know if you get to see it, but
no, they couldn't. I'm going to tell him that on my watch.
Clay Walton just let that ball bounce between his legs, trying to get another yard or 2 out of it. And it was kind of funny to watch. Good awareness right there by him, honestly.
So they'll come quickly to the line here on 1st and 10.
Oh, Kenny.
Oh, good tackle there.
Run here, wrapped up.
I just want to run this thing out, get out of here, no injuries.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're creeping up on a minute to go here, and you would think these next couple of plays will be the last. I think they have to run 2 more plays here.
Yeah, Westfield's not going to argue with them and let them run this thing out and call it an evening.
We're at 45 seconds to go.
What are they blowing the whistle now for?
I have no idea. Somebody called a timeout, it looks like. Nope, throw a flag.
Come on, there are no flags in a 27-point game.
Illegal participation against the Hornets.
Too many men on the field. Brett's funny.
Says I got
He's a goofball, but
gun
he's
shy on the Zoom, and I'm like, what are you talking about the Zoom?
Well, because I'm zoomy.
The funny thing is, he's not even close to being on the play. That's what I love.
Buck sweep out here to the side. Tried to stiff arm, didn't really work. Rode out of bounds. That is Nick Freeman. Connor Shelton will run him out of bounds. Rode him out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock.
Yeah, but
and you know, I think they can just take a knee here and end the game. I don't think Westfield will argue with the 3 seconds.
No, I don't think so either.
Third down about 7.
If it is in fact 25 seconds, the 40 versus 25 rule when it comes to running clock is
subjective.
Or play clock is foggy to me. And they will just take a knee.
So that will most likely do it. They may have to take one more knee.
Yep.
And Brett just randomly, gosh.
Yeah, he's going over to the scoreboard right there. That at least makes it. Why, Brett? And, yep, both teams are going to go to their sidelines. They'll shake hands at midfield. And hopefully Westfield will fare better next week against the Deerfield Windsor Knights from Albany.
So that's your final here tonight, 34-7. As we will move in to the Westfield Booster Club post-game show. Westfield loses here tonight, and I messed it up again, but that's okay. As
it works.
Let me get you Booster Club post-game show up on the screen.
There it is.
As we will move in and give you our Sonic Drive-In Player of the Game. And I don't know about you, Brant, got to be Michael Fitzpatrick.
Oh, absolutely. He was the only player on offense that really had any success, and he had a couple of massive hits on the defensive side of the ball. And I think with that, we can move into our Flint Energy's hit of the game.
And you give that to him as well?
Yeah, I'm giving that one to Michael as well. Like, you know, he's I don't know which one he had, but He's had a couple.
Well, I not only give it to him, but I can also give it to Clay Walton. Clay Walton had a big hit.
Yes, he did.
As well. So give him the Flint Energies hit of the game as Westfield falls tonight. 34-7 is your final. We want to thank again all of our sponsors for their sponsorship of our broadcast here tonight.
I don't know
what is Brett doing. We want to thank everybody for watching at home. Westfield falls tonight 34-7. We will be back next week at the Hornets Nest against the Deerfield Windsor Knights as we will see what Westfield can do on their home turf and hopefully come away with a victory. So with that said, for Brant Daughtry, I'm Kenny Kofer. Thanks for watching Westfield football here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.